Hello, wonderful learners. Welcome back to the Victoria English podcast. I am so happy you're here with me today. This is your space to learn English in a simple, natural, and friendly way. My name is Victoria, and I am your teacher and your guide on this beautiful journey. Every single week, we meet right here to practice together, to grow together, and to become more confident in our English skills. Before we begin today's lesson, I want to say something very special to you. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so glad you found us. Please take a moment right now to click that subscribe button. It really helps me know that you are enjoying these lessons, and it helps other learners just like you find this podcast too. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Victoria English podcast. Thank you so much for your support. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel like you learn English in your head, but when you open your mouth to speak, the words get stuck? Do you understand grammar rules, but your sentences feel slow and unnatural? Do you translate everything from your native language into English before you speak? If you said yes to any of these questions, you are not alone. This is one of the biggest challenges for English learners all around the world. And today, we are going to fix it. Today's topic is something that will change the way you learn English forever. The title of today's lesson is Don't Translate It. Just speak. This is a simple idea, but it is so powerful. The idea is very clear. When you want to say something in English, don't translate from your language. Don't think about every word in your native language and then try to change it into English. Instead, think directly in English. Think about the idea, the feeling, the meaning, and then just speak. Now, I know this sounds hard. I know it sounds impossible for some of you, but I promise you, with practice, it gets easier. And today, I am going to teach you exactly how to do it. We are going to learn simple techniques, practice with real conversations, and build your confidence step by step. By the end of this lesson, you will feel more ready to just speak. Let's start with why translating is a problem. When you translate in your head, your brain has to do two jobs at the same time. First, it has to think about the words in your native language. Then, it has to find the English words that match. Then, it has to put those English words in the right order. Then, it has to check the grammar. That is a lot of work. That is too much work. Your brain gets tired. Your speech gets slow. You make mistakes. You feel frustrated. And sometimes, you just give up. You stop speaking because it feels too hard. But when you don't translate, everything changes. When you think directly in English, your brain only has one job. You think about what you want to say. You think about the feeling, the idea, the message. And then, the English words come naturally. You speak more quickly. You speak more smoothly. You make fewer mistakes because you are not trying to translate complicated grammar from your native language. You are just speaking. Now, let me give you an example. Imagine you are in a coffee shop and you want to order a coffee. Your native language is Spanish, for example. In your head, you think, quiero un café con leche. Then you translate each word. Quiero means I want. Un café means a coffee. Con leche means with milk. So you say, I want a coffee with milk. That is okay. That is correct. But it is slow. You had to think about every word. Now, imagine a different way. Imagine you are in the coffee shop and you think directly in English. You think, I want a coffee with milk. You don't think in Spanish first. You just think in English. You see the coffee in your mind. You see the milk. You feel the desire for the coffee. And you just say it. I want a coffee with milk. It is faster. It is smoother. It feels more natural. This is what we want. We want you to think in English, not translate into English. So how do we do this? How do we stop translating? Today, I am going to teach you 5 simple techniques that will help you think and speak directly in English. These techniques are easy. You can start using them right away. And with practice, they will become a habit. The first technique is to think in English all the time. This is the most important technique. When you are alone, when you are walking, when you are cooking, when you are taking a shower, think in English. Think about your day in English. Think about what you are doing. Think about what you are going to do tomorrow. Think about the people you love. Think about your plans. When you think in English, you are training your brain to use English naturally. You don't have to translate because you are already thinking in English. This is like exercise for your brain. The more you do it, the stronger your English thinking becomes. For example, when I wake up in the morning, I think in English. I think I am tired. I want to sleep more. But I need to get up. I have work to do today. I am going to make coffee. I don't think in my native language and then translate. I just think in English. You can do the same thing. Start small. Think about simple things. Think, I am hungry. I want to eat. I like this food. Then slowly think about bigger things. Think about your plans for the weekend. Think about a movie you watched. The goal is to make English your thinking language. The second technique is to use English words for the things around you. Look at your room right now. Look at the objects in your room. What are they called in English? If you don't know the word, look it up. Learn the English word for everything. When you see a book, say book in your head. When you see a window, say window. When you see a cup, say cup. When you are at the grocery store, look at the apples and say apples. Look at the bread and say bread. Look at the milk and say milk. This is a simple way to build your vocabulary and to think in English. When you see something, you say the English word. You don't translate from your native language. You just think the English word directly. The third technique is to describe things in English. When you are walking outside, describe what you see. Say to yourself, the sky is blue. The trees are green. The birds are singing. It is warm today. I feel happy. When you are cooking, describe what you are doing. I am cutting the onions. I am putting the pasta in the water. I am stirring the sauce. The food smells delicious. When you are at work or at school, describe what is happening. My boss is talking. My colleague is typing. The students are listening. By describing things, you are practicing forming complete sentences. You are putting words together. You are thinking in English naturally. The fourth technique is to answer questions in English, even in your head. Imagine someone is asking you questions. Answer them in your head. Imagine a friend asks you, "What did you do yesterday?" You answer in English, "Yesterday, I went to the park. I walked my dog. I met my friend. We had lunch together. We talked for a long time." Imagine a teacher asks you, "What is your favorite movie?" You answer in English, "My favorite movie is The Lion King. I love the music. I love the story. I watched it many times." The more you practice answering questions in English, the easier it becomes to speak naturally. The fifth technique is to speak to yourself in English. This might feel strange at first, but it is very effective. When you are alone, speak out loud. Say, "I am going to the store. I need to buy some milk and eggs. I should also buy some fruit. What kind of fruit do I want? Maybe I want some bananas." Say these sentences out loud. You are speaking English. You are thinking in English. You are using your voice. This helps you build the connection between your thoughts and your speech. It also helps you feel more comfortable with the sound of your own voice in English. You will get used to speaking, and it will feel more natural. Now, I want to share something important with you. When you practice these techniques, you will make mistakes. That is okay. That is normal. In fact, mistakes are good. Mistakes help you learn. When you make a mistake, you learn what is correct. You improve. So do not be afraid of mistakes. Do not be embarrassed. Every English learner makes mistakes. Even native English speakers make mistakes sometimes. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to communicate. The goal is to express your thoughts and feelings. So just speak. Say what you want to say. If you make a mistake, it is okay. Just keep going. Let me tell you a story. I had a student named Maria. Maria was a very smart woman. She had studied English for many years in her country. She could read English newspapers. She could write long essays. But when she spoke English, she was very quiet. She was afraid to make mistakes. She would translate everything in her head first. It took her a long time to say one sentence. She felt frustrated. She told me, "Victoria, I know the words. But when I try to speak, my brain stops." I told Maria what I am telling you today. Don't translate it. Just speak. I told her to think in English. I told her to describe things. I told her to speak to herself. I told her not to be afraid of mistakes. At first, it was hard for Maria. She kept wanting to translate, but she practiced every day. She thought in English. She described things. She spoke to herself. Slowly, something changed. She started to speak faster. She started to speak more naturally. She stopped translating in her head. She just spoke. And she felt so proud of herself. Now, Maria speaks English confidently. She is not perfect, but she communicates well. She is happy. And you can be like Maria. You can do it too. Let's practice together. Today, we are going to practice speaking about a very common topic. We are going to talk about morning routines. This is a simple and easy topic, but it is also very useful because we can talk about our daily lives. And it will help us practice thinking and speaking directly in English. Before we begin, let's learn some new vocabulary that we will use in our practice. These words are very common. They are easy to learn, and they are very useful. The first word is routine. A routine is something you do regularly. It is a habit. It is a schedule. For example, your morning routine is the things you do every morning. You wake up. You brush your teeth. You eat breakfast. That is your morning routine. The sentence is, my morning routine is simple. Or, I follow the same routine every day. The next word is wake up. Wake up means to stop sleeping. When you wake up, you open your eyes. You get out of bed. For example, I wake up at 7 o'clock. She wakes up early. He wakes up late on the weekends. The next word is get up. Get up is similar to wake up, but it means to stand up and leave the bed. Sometimes we say, I wake up at 7, but I don't get up until 7:30. This means you are awake, but you stay in bed for a little while. For example, I get up early because I have work. Please get up. It's time for school. The next word is brush. Brush means to clean something with a brush. We brush our teeth with a toothbrush. We brush our hair with a hairbrush. For example, I brush my teeth twice a day. She brushes her hair before she goes to work. The next word is shower. A shower is a place where you wash your body. You can also use shower as a verb. To shower means to wash yourself in the shower. For example, I take a shower every morning. He showers after he exercises. The next word is get dressed. Get dressed means to put on clothes. You put on your clothes for the day. For example, I get dressed after my shower. She gets dressed in the bedroom. They get dressed quickly because they are late. The next word is eat breakfast. Breakfast is the first meal of the day. We eat breakfast in the morning. For example, I eat breakfast at 8 o'clock. He always eats a big breakfast. She doesn't eat breakfast because she is not hungry. The next word is go to work or go to school. This means to leave your home and travel to your job or to your school. For example, I go to work at 9 o'clock. They go to school at 8 o'clock. She goes to work by bus. The next word is coffee. Coffee is a popular drink. Many people drink coffee in the morning. For example, I drink coffee with milk. He likes black coffee. She needs coffee to wake up. The next word is juice. Juice is a drink made from fruits or vegetables. For example, I drink orange juice in the morning. She likes apple juice. They drink fresh juice. The next word is cereal. Cereal is a breakfast food. It is made from grains. You eat it with milk. For example, I eat cereal for breakfast. He likes sweet cereal. She eats cereal with fruit. Now let's practice these words in sentences. Repeat after me if you can. Say these sentences out loud. This is very important. The more you speak, the better you get. Let's start. I wake up at 7 o'clock. Good. I get up at 7:15. Great. I brush my teeth. Nice. I take a shower. Excellent. I get dressed. Perfect. I eat breakfast. Wonderful. I drink coffee. Lovely. I go to work. Great job. Now let's practice thinking in English. Imagine it is morning. You are in your house. You are doing your morning routine. Think in English. Say these sentences in your head. I am in my bed. The sun is coming through the window. The clock says 7 o'clock. It is time to wake up. I open my eyes. I stretch my body. I feel tired. I want to sleep more. But I need to get up. I have things to do today. I get out of bed. I walk to the bathroom. Good. Now, continue thinking in English. I turn on the water. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I feel more awake now. I take a shower. The water is warm. It feels nice. I wash my body. I wash my hair. I get out of the shower. I dry myself with a towel. I get dressed. I put on my clothes. Now I go to the kitchen. I am hungry. I want to eat breakfast. I open the refrigerator. I look inside. I see milk and eggs. I decide to make some eggs. I also want some toast. I get a pan. I turn on the stove. I cook the eggs. I make toast. I pour a glass of orange juice. I sit down. I eat my breakfast. It tastes good. I drink my juice. I feel full and happy. Now I look at the clock. It is 8:30. I need to go to work. I put my dishes in the sink. I grab my bag. I put on my shoes. I open the door. I walk outside. The air is fresh. It is a beautiful morning. I walk to the bus stop. I wait for the bus. The bus comes. I get on the bus. I sit down. I am on my way to work. Do you see how easy it is? You just described your morning routine in English. You didn't translate. You just thought about what you do. You thought in English. You used simple words. You made simple sentences. This is the key. You don't need big words. You don't need complicated grammar. You just need to speak. You need to think in English and then speak. Now let's practice having a conversation. I will be your friend. I will ask you questions. In your head, answer my questions in English. Don't translate. Just think and answer. Let's practice. Hello, how are you today? Think about this question. In your head, answer in English. Maybe you say, I am good, thank you. How are you? Or, I am feeling great today. Or, I am a little tired, but I am okay. Just answer naturally in English. Now, I ask you, what time do you wake up? Think about your answer. In English, think, I wake up at 6:30. Or, I wake up at 8 o'clock. Or, I wake up early because I have to go to work. Just answer in English. Don't translate. Now, what do you eat for breakfast? Think about it. In English, think, I eat cereal and milk. Or, I eat toast and eggs. Or, I eat fruit and yogurt. Just say it in English. Keep it simple. Now, do you drink coffee in the morning? In English, think, yes, I drink coffee. Or, no, I don't drink coffee. I drink tea. Or, sometimes I drink coffee, but today I am drinking juice. Just answer naturally. Now, how do you go to work or school? In English, think, I go to work by car. Or, I take the bus to school. Or, I walk to work because my office is close. Just speak in English. Now, what do you do after work? In English, think, after work, I go home. Or, I meet my friends. Or, I go to the gym. Or, I cook dinner. Just answer simply. You are doing great. Now, let's do a longer practice conversation. I will say something and you will answer in English. Try to answer with more than one sentence. Try to describe your thoughts. Remember, don't translate. Just speak. I will say, tell me about your morning. In your head, you answer in English. You can say, well, my morning is very busy. I wake up at 7 o'clock. I get up right away because I don't have much time. I take a quick shower. I get dressed. I eat a small breakfast. I usually have some toast and a banana. Then I go to work. I have to be at work at 9 o'clock. That is a great answer. You described your morning. You used complete sentences. You thought in English. You did it. Now, I will say, what do you like to do on weekends? In your head, you answer in English. You can say, on weekends, I like to relax. I wake up late. I don't have to go to work. I have breakfast with my family. We talk and eat together. I like to watch movies in the afternoon. Sometimes I go for a walk in the park. The weekends are my favorite time. Wonderful. You are thinking and speaking in English. This is how you improve. This is how you become confident. Now, let me teach you some important phrases that will help you speak more naturally. These phrases are very useful. You will hear them in everyday conversations. And you can use them too. The first phrase is I think. This means you're expressing your opinion. For example, I think English is interesting. I think the weather is nice today. I think you are doing a great job. The second phrase is I feel. This means you're expressing your emotions. For example, I feel happy. I feel tired. I feel excited about my trip. I feel nervous before a test. The third phrase is I want. This means you're expressing a desire. For example, I want a cup of coffee. I want to learn English. I want to travel to new places. I want to be successful. The fourth phrase is I need. This means you're expressing a necessity. For example, I need to study. I need some water. I need to sleep. I need to practice more. The fifth phrase is I like. This means you're expressing a preference. For example, I like pizza. I like to read books. I like watching movies. I like my job. The sixth phrase is I don't like. This is the negative form. It means you do not prefer something. For example, I don't like coffee. I don't like getting up early. I don't like cold weather. The seventh phrase is I can. This means you are expressing ability. For example, I can speak English. I can cook. I can drive. I can run fast. The eighth phrase is I can't. This is the negative form. It means you are not able to do something. For example, I can't swim well. I can't come to the party. I can't understand this. Now let's practice using these phrases. Repeat after me if you can. Say these sentences out loud. I think this is a good lesson. I feel excited to learn. I want to speak English fluently. I need to practice every day. I like this podcast. I don't like to make mistakes, but I know it's okay. I can learn English. I can't give up. Great job. These phrases will help you express yourself clearly and simply. Now, I want to talk about something very important. Many learners worry about grammar. They think, I must use perfect grammar before I speak. But this is not true. When you speak, you don't need perfect grammar. You need clear communication. Focus on getting your message across. Focus on expressing your thoughts and feelings. The grammar will improve over time with practice. But if you always wait for perfect grammar, you will never speak. So just speak. Say what you want to say. The important thing is that you are trying, that you are practicing, that you are communicating. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are at a restaurant. You want to order food. You could say, I want a hamburger. This is simple. This is clear. The waiter understands you. You don't need to say, I would like to order a hamburger, please. That is also correct, but I want a hamburger is enough. The waiter gets your order. You get your food. Communication is successful. That is what matters. Now, imagine you make a mistake. Imagine you say, I want a hamburger with no onions. But you meant to say, I want a hamburger with onions. You made a small mistake. The waiter might ask you to clarify. You can say, oh, I mean with onions. Or you can just say, yes, onions. This is easy. Mistakes are not the end of the world. They are just part of learning. So please do not be afraid. Do not be shy. Do not worry about perfect grammar. Do not worry about pronunciation. Just speak. The more you speak, the better you get. Every time you speak, you learn. Every time you make a mistake, you improve. Now let's practice together one more time. I want you to think about something you did today. Think about your day. What did you do? Think in English. Describe your day in English. Don't translate. Just think and describe. Maybe you woke up, had breakfast, and went to school. Maybe you worked on a project. Maybe you talked to a friend. Maybe you watched a movie. Maybe you did some shopping. Think about it. Now, speak to yourself. Say it out loud. Today, I woke up at 8 o'clock. I had breakfast. I went to work. I worked on my computer. I had lunch with my colleague. In the evening, I went to the gym. I exercised for an hour. I came home. I ate dinner. I watched TV. Now I am listening to the Victoria English podcast. This is wonderful practice. You are using English to talk about your own life. You are thinking in English. You are speaking in English. This is exactly what you need to do. Now, I want to remind you of something. Learning a language is a journey. It is not a race. You don't need to be perfect today. You don't need to be fluent tomorrow. You just need to take one step at a time. Every day, you practice a little bit. Every day, you get a little bit better. And one day, you will look back and see how far you have come. You will feel proud of yourself. So be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Did you learn a new word today? That is progress. Did you understand a sentence in English? That is progress. Did you speak a sentence in English? That is huge progress. Celebrate it. Be proud. I believe in you. I know you can do this. You are capable. You are determined. You are learning a new language, and that is an amazing thing. You are opening doors to new opportunities. You are connecting with new people. You are growing as a person. So keep going. Keep practicing. Keep speaking. Now, before we end today's lesson, let's review what we learned. We learned that translating in your head is a big problem. It makes your speech slow and unnatural. We learned 5 techniques to stop translating and think directly in English. We learned to think in English all the time. We learned to use English words for the things around us. We learned to describe things in English. We learned to answer questions in English in our heads. And we learned to speak to ourselves out loud. We also practiced talking about our morning routines. We learned new vocabulary like wake up, get up, brush, shower, get dressed, eat breakfast, go to work, coffee, juice, and cereal. We practiced forming sentences and answering questions. We learned useful phrases like I think, I feel, I want, I need, I like, I don't like, I can, and I can't. And most importantly, we practiced thinking and speaking directly in English. I am so proud of you for joining me today. You are taking your English skills seriously, and that is wonderful. If you enjoyed this lesson, please give it a like. Share it with your friends who are also learning English. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Victoria English podcast. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a lesson. Remember, I am here for you. Every week, I will bring you a new lesson to help you improve your English. We will learn new vocabulary. We will practice speaking. We will build your confidence. This is your space to learn and grow. So until next time, keep practicing. Keep speaking. Don't translate. Just speak. You are doing amazing. Take care of yourself. Stay motivated. And remember, every word you speak in English is a victory. I believe in you. Goodbye for now, wonderful learners. See you next time on the Victoria English podcast.